Welcome to It Came Back Wrong. We look at movies and TV series that didn't quite live up to the original and try to figure out just why they turned out like they did. Broadchurch, the gritty, character-driven police procedural / giant Doctor Who reunion show. Yeah, the BBC only has 6 actors. In light of the recent news that we'll have a new doctor, Miss Jodie Whittaker, and who was, of course, one of the stars of Broadchurch, it's only topical that we completely gloss over her and jump straight to the US remake, where her character was renamed and played by a completely different actress. Welcome to Gracepoint! Gracepoint is exactly the same show as Broadchurch, just with very slight change to the twist resolution of the mystery at the end, and I mean so slight it basically plays out the same way anyways. The American setting, American actors, a couple characters with their names Americanified, and of course, David Tennant's really bad American accent.
We'll catch whoever did this.
For once, get an American production, just let him be Scottish.
I'm Scrooge McDuck. I made my name being tougher than the toughies and smarter than the smarties.
Thank you, DuckTales! So, the question we're trying to get at is why? Why does Wholesale remake the show instead of airing the original? Were they operating on the assumption Americans are too dumb to connect with the quaint seaside village of Broadchurch and its characters with their Scottish and their English speaking? An article from British paper The Guardian asked the same question. They came up with this quote from Tennant in a phone interview. "I think there's a sense, with the whole show, that if it's not broke, you're not really out to fix it. There's a huge populous audience who haven't seen it yet, and they are, I think, who we're principally aiming at." Which doesn't really answer that question. Basically, what The Guardian came up with is yes, to a certain degree, audiences like seeing things they connect with. Local location, actors that look like them, even talk like them. Although, accents aren't usually a deal breaker, so I don't know why they chose to bring Tennant in just to make him talk with the American accent. That was bad. But the real answer is probably cold, hard reboot money. Gracepoint was made by Fox, so they had more control over the production, and they could sell Gracepoint internationally if it was unexpectedly a big hit, and then they would get the money from the streaming services and a larger profit than just buying the rights from BBC locally and selling ads. Which, of course, didn't exactly play out that way because Gracepoint had a pretty limited international release, and a few years later and a sequel season of Broadchurch generally people just want to see Broadchurch. The fact that both the new head writer and star of Doctor Who were heavily involved in it is now drawing even more people into it, and Broadchurch is just the better show. Gracepoint was not a bad show by any means, but it had a bit of a mixed critical reception, and a lot of that was simply because of the direct comparison to Broadchurch, in that it was really unnecessary, and a few years later, audiences seemed to be thinking the same thing.